already know this video is going to be of me like talking a lot and rambling on different things, but I had to say something, and I just want to speak just a little bit about something. And I'd rather have spoken up a little bit and said something rather than not saying nothing at all and then just continuing my content like nothing ever happened. So this is my first time talking about whatever I'm feeling in this way. So, and I don't always do that. So I don't know, just take it. And yeah, so what's up, you guys? My name is Shaynawheatley, aka Miss Kisses or Miss Red Kisses, if you must, and I am back with another video. I am finally back with another video, and oh boy, it's been a crazy like 2 weeks or a week and a half. As you guys know, what's happening out in the world with George Floyd, all the protests, the riots, the police brutality, everything coming to light even more. And that has definitely, it did something to me. I know like all of this stuff has been happening before, but for some reason this time around, it's really, really done something to me where I was crying a lot. Like everything I seen was just like making me upset and cry. And I had to like tune a lot of it out. Like not tune it out as in like act like it didn't exist, but tune it out as in like, okay, I see it. I get the information, I get people's views or thoughts or anything on it, and see how I can help the situation if it's possible. And then I would have to just like log off or log out. I'm not always on Instagram like that. I'm on it and then I'm off of it. I'm on it, then I'm off of it. So that wasn't like a big deal to me, but just seeing it like just in my face so much and so often, like really, really did something to me. So yeah, it's been really a little bit difficult to just want to be on camera for some reason. Like I feel like I didn't really want to get up sometimes. I didn't want to film at all. Like, and I had content that I already had filmed before everything happened, and I didn't even want to edit that, and it still hasn't been edited, which I have to actually do. But yeah, like I just been just feeling like so lost and helpless in a way, and I'm like, I didn't know when I was going to be able to get out of this funk, and I felt weird about like just posting up my videos and just kind of like not even saying anything about what's going on my platform. I have said it on Instagram already. I put stuff on my story or on my page, but I'm like, okay, you do YouTube now, so that needs to be a platform where you do share what you wanted to say. But the thing is, I know what I wanted to say. I just didn't know how. I just didn't know what, like I was battling with myself. I might sound like I'm rambling because like everything is coming back to me, but I was battling with myself back and forth. Like, yo, what should I say? Should I say anything? Was my Instagram enough? Like, you know, and I'm like, I don't really have that much followers on my YouTube yet. So would they even care? And I'm just like, at the end of the day, this is your people. This is your culture. So you have to make sure you're standing up for them and be able to put it on each platform that you have and just put out the word. Whether somebody receives it or not, that's up to them. So I've been just going back and forth on like really what to say. And I'm like, I don't want to say anything wrong or insensitive. And I'm just like, the best I could do is honestly just give my truth and say whatever comes to mind. If I miss something or if I say something that might offend somebody, I don't know. Yeah. So I've been like honestly just going through it with that. And I've been talking a lot about what's going on to, you know, my family and, you know, people that I care about. And like, it's been easy to like express myself right then and there and say it. But when I thought about like coming on camera is like, that's what I felt like, a deer in headlights. Like, oh my God, like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? It was just easier talking to like people, like, yeah, but I've been doing my part. I haven't really gone to so many protests. I did go to one. I've been trying to do some research, or like, if I find something, I'll post it up whenever I was on social media. I will say I forgot to post on my Facebook, because I really don't be on Facebook like that at all. But I'm like, that's another platform that I do utilize, so I need to put that on there. Like, put everything that I have been posting and new stuff on there now. But yeah, that's how I've been helping. And I know a lot of people was asking me like, yo, what should I do? How can I help? And there's just different ways you can help, and no one can tell you exactly how you should help. People can advise you, but it's up to you to figure out what you want to do to help and what's best for you. Some people are not made to be in the front line, and some people are. So whether it's that you're going to protest and you're, you know, in the police face making signs, you do that. If you're the person that's like, all right, I'm going to write the email to whoever I need to write it to, I'm going to go do that. Okay, I'm going to start a support group, or I'm going to see, you know, make calls and see who needs help. I'm going to go around to these businesses that has been damaged and go help out. Like, there's different ways you can do different things to support and help the cause of what's been happening, which is basically Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter movement. So yeah, also, like, another thing that has been like a little weird to me was just in between everything, just the whole cancel culture and people just like pointing the fingers like, oh, I didn't see you post this, I didn't see you post that. Like, I understand that completely, because if there's certain people that I didn't see post stuff, I'm gonna be tight, like, yo, like, we cool, like, you bang with me, we dance together or whatever, and I don't see you like supporting it at all. So, but I can't really say so much on that, because I haven't been on like every single day hard body to like really see who is posting, who's not, of my followers. But I see it like this. I feel like if you support Black people, you support the movement, you should have at least have one thing on your social media. If you're an active person on social media, at least one thing, and the rest could go on your stories or whatever. But the reason why I say that is because, wait, before I say that, I understand that social media is big, right? And I feel like if you're a person that's always posting on social media, you post everything about your life, or for the most part, you're going to post accomplishments. You're going to post, oh, I lost this, or my dog, or a funny story, or whatever the case is. And you're super, super active on social media. I think you should definitely be posting on your social media, because to me, that's telling me like you're showing people what's most important to you, what's the most valuable to you. And that's what usually people do on social media. Some people use it as a business tool only, and there's a lot of people that use it in the way of, oh, this is what this means to me, so I'm gonna post it, I'm gonna tell everybody about it because I like this, or I don't like this. They gonna know this, they gonna know that. So I feel like if you're one of those consistent posters that post like that, and I don't see you posting, I'm gonna feel a way about it. I'm gonna be honest about it. And the other thing I was gonna say is, I know that there is, like, people feel like, oh, it's gonna mess up my aesthetic and yada yada yada. One post is not gonna mess up your aesthetic at all. I'm not saying you have to post every single thing about protesting, because you know, you might not want to look back on your page and then go through all of that emotions again. You might want to go back and see a few posts and be like, yo, I was there in that time, we got through it, blah blah blah, whatever. I don't know, people have different feelings on that. But I feel like if you are supporting Black Lives Matter fakely and you're not really doing your part, then I feel like, yeah, you should go somewhere and figure that out. Because I wouldn't even want, like, I don't want people like fake supporting, if that makes sense. Like, oh, I'm going to post one thing because I know my black friends are watching and I want to be down with them. So I'm just going to post one thing and act like I'm in the movement and not really be a part of it. I really hope that no one is out there doing that. So, yeah. When I say you're posting what's most important to you, you're going to post the things that's valuable to you. So it's like, as a black person, if I don't see some type of post or appreciation, initiation, a proclamation, whatever nation, or something about me, I'm feeling like, yo, like, what's really good? Because you over here posting about your dog that you love so much, or you over here posting about something that you care about or accomplishment or whatever, and it's like, yo, this is the time that I need you. This is the time my people need you. And I know posting, some people are like, well, posting is not just really doing anything, you're just posting or whatever. Yeah, but to some people, posting is a lot. To some people, posting matters. Yeah, like there are people who are like not going to certain businesses or not buying from certain businesses because the lack of posting or the lack of African Americans in their what's called, not environment, that's employed in their business or whatever. So I feel like, yeah, like you should be posting. And I know some people might be like, you can't tell me what to post on my social media or whatever. I ain't telling you. I'm just telling what I'm looking at. That's it. Okay? For me, I'm easy. All I want is, I'm easy, as she said. To me, I just want one post, 2 posts, a proof of something, and not just to be like, oh, look, she posted, it's good. Like, sometimes you can tell the person's intention on what they post or how they post or whatever the case is. But I don't know. It's a tricky subject for everybody. Some people feel like if you don't post, there's different ways you could do stuff publicly and you can do stuff not in the public eye. But I do feel like if you're one of those people that always put everything in the public eye, and this is one thing that you don't decide to put in the public eye in any type of way, that's crazy. That is crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's like telling me like you don't really care. And that's how I feel about that. So yeah, like just show your people, show your fellow human beings, show your fellow black queens and black kings and black people like that you care, that you're willing to stand up with them for something. Because yeah, everything happens to everyone. Like, as far as like, okay, there are white people, black people, Asian people, Spanish people that get shot by the police and stuff like that. But it ain't happening the way it's happening to me, my skin. It's not happening the way it's happening to my people with the same skin as me. It's not. So for people to sit back and just be like, oh man, like they're rioting, they're doing this, they're doing that. I'm like, come on, son. You got to be a part of it in some way and help out, because we tried for years. We've always tried to peaceful protest. Always. You've seen it in documentaries, in the classroom, the little bit that they do post about us. You've seen it before. And even now, like up until George Floyd, I felt like anytime I did see protests or whatever, I'm like, okay, people protesting or whatever. And I didn't really fully understand everything, more so until now. Now when I'm like, okay, you need to like see what's going on and be more informed or whatever. So, but yeah, like we try to be peaceful. And I say we, not as in me, but as in the whole black community from 400 years on until now. Like, you know, we tried to peaceful protest in any little thing before there's any violence. Always tried that. And then what happens? Okay, I'm a peaceful protest again. dang, that hurt, but I'm gonna go back and, all right, so yeah, same thing happens over and over. Now it's gonna be something different. Now it's gonna be a little bit more of a fight, yeah? But we are not the ones that is starting it. I'll tell you that, because just watching everything and just hearing when people or the media, the television post something, and it's like, oh, the difference of how they talk about the black people rioting and the white people rioting is crazy. I'm gonna just say that. I'm not gonna get into that, but that's crazy, because it's disrespectful. But yeah, so we're not really starting it, and like hearing people come on social media, like especially people that I know, I'm like, yo, the media is lying. Look, this business hasn't been torn down. This business hasn't been touched. And then you see police officers going to places and like smashing windows down or knocking down old people or, you know, doing some crazy stuff. It's like, y'all want us to look like animals. Y'all want us to look crazy. That's what it is. That's what y'all want us to do. Y'all want us to do that, and y'all want people to, and then everything crumble, and then we all forget why we're here in the first place. And we got to come back together. We got to come back together and just remember, like, even if you have that moment, or I have that moment, or anybody has that moment that's like, yo, I'm not rocking with this because this is whatever. Boom, have your moment, deal with it how you need to deal with it, and then also remember, like, oh snap, there's a common goal that we need to fix, or that we need to help fix, or we need to help put the planning stages into produce for whatever the case is. That's what we should be doing. So I just want everybody just to always remember, like, throughout anything that's happening, remember why you're doing what you're doing, why you started what you're starting, and just don't forget it. Just don't forget it, because now I feel like there's going to be a situation where the people who are against us, who are going to like try to make it seem like black people are so against each other all the time. And it happens. I'm not saying there are black people who aren't against each other, but they really gonna use right now to throw it out there and be like, oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, but y'all want this and y'all acting like this and y'all doing this. No, stick together. At the end of the day, try to stick together as much as you can. And I'm not saying you gotta be friends with everybody and make amends and da-da-da, because, you know, it is what it is. But I ain't gotta go into that. Y'all know what I mean. But stick together. That's basically it. Stick together and just be there. Just be there for your people. And I'm saying your people as for black people, your people. And even if you are not African American in any type of way, I am still your people. I'm still human just like you. I have the same, I'm made up of the same thing you made up of. You might have a little more, a little less, but we all the same person. This is the only reason. This is the only reason. This is the only thing that makes us different. The skin color, and then also, of course, what comes with the skin color as far as culture and stuff like that. Other than that, we all the same. We all the same. So everybody should be standing up and fighting for everybody in the same way. Because black people, we quick to be like, anything happened to somebody, for the most part, like an animal, a white person, an Asian person, or whatever, we will be quick to be like, oh, nah, no, this can't happen. But y'all know who y'all is. Well, they will know. They're not gonna watch this, but there's a lot that I wanted to say and then kind of don't want to say, because I'm just like, I don't want to be too much all over the place, because my thoughts is all over the place. But I definitely feel that I'm at a place where I'm a little bit like getting back into things where I'm like, okay, you could do it. Go back to your YouTube, go back to your creating, go back to your editing, and you can do this. You got it. You'll be fine. Not forgetting what's happening and not just acting like, okay, well, that happened. It's over, because it's not over, and it's never been over at all. There's so much more we got to do. So yeah, that's how I kind of been feeling about everything that's been going on. And like, even with aside from the movements that's been happening, like with filming and like editing and getting myself ready for YouTube, I'll probably talk about it in another video like some other time. But it's been really hard for me because the situation I'm in, the place that I record, it's not ideal to really get these videos out. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but in a lot of my videos, my lighting is always changing. That's because it's never consistently in the same spot, because I don't know, I can't ever really put it in the same spot because I'm in a small space. So I always have to take everything down to put it back up and do all of that. And same thing when I'm doing like my DIYs and like other videos. Like, it's just a lot, and it's like a lot that I can't do and a lot that's hindering, that's making me not want to do it. And the movement came at a time where I was kind of like really feeling that, and then it just was cohesive, and it's just like I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy or the mindset to do it. So I'm at that point in time where I'm trying to like push myself to get back into it, because I'm like, once I stop for a while, I feel like I'm going to get out of the habit of doing it. And not because I don't want to do it, but because it's so much energy. Y'all have no idea how much energy it is to put out these videos in the situation I'm in. It's super, super difficult. But, like, sometimes I'll sit there and I'll create and I'll do like a DIY, or I'll make a hairstyle or do something, and I won't record it because it's too much energy to try to put up something to go here and the light to go here. And even right now, my lighting is not the best, and I almost didn't record this video, but I'm like, do it, go for it. Like, it's gonna get better over time, God willing. My situation will change with the space I'm in to create, and I hope it works out. So yeah, that's kind of how I've been feeling, how I've been dealing with I didn't even say how I've been dealing with it. The way I've been dealing with what's going on with me is just like talking about it, like about what's happening, not about my feelings really, like for myself, but really talking about like what's happening and trying to figure out like what is going on, why things are how it is, and seeing if there's like any type of way that I can like, research something to fix something or whatever. And yeah, I haven't really been sleeping. I don't really sleep that often anyway, but I haven't really been sleeping. And yeah, it's weird because I'm like, I haven't really been doing much of anything as far as like actively. Like, I've been working out. I don't really find myself watching like movies and stuff like that. I'm like, well, what are you doing for the day? I'll wake up, like, sometimes I'll wake up early, but a lot of the times I'll just wake up like late in the day, and then I'll do a few things, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's nighttime, and I'll just lay in the bed, and I'll just either be there like researching something, watching YouTube. And when I say research, I'm not always talking about only Black Lives Matter type of research or research or reforms. Like, I don't want y'all to think that I'm just trying to throw that out there to be like, oh my God, look at me, I'm woke, I know what I'm doing, I'm helping out. Because that's not the case as far as just researching things like that, and researching stuff that I want to do and stuff for my business that I'm planning and different stuff like that. But that's kind of where I've been at, and I'm like, all right, I need to get back on track. I need to figure out how to get myself on track to wake up early, still continue working out, which I have been doing, and just being able to be like, all right, sit, edit, do these videos and all that stuff, because it's hard. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And like, I've like shot so many videos of different things, and sometimes when I have to edit it, I look at the quality, I'm like, dang son, this is not gonna work, or like, dang, I have to do this over. And sometimes it just takes a lot of energy to do the same video over again, and especially if it's like a video that's like my first initial reaction or my first time doing it, and stuff like this happens. I'm editing this video right now, and look, crazy. It kind of sucks to do it again in a way that I originally didn't want to do it. So, I don't know. Yeah, I already know this video is gonna be of me like talking a lot and rambling on different things, but I had to say something, and I just want to speak just a little bit about something. And I'd rather have spoken up a little bit and said something than rather than not saying nothing at all and then just continuing my content like nothing ever happened. So yeah, whatever you are doing to stay healthy, stay strong, have your mental health going strong, to have whatever you're doing to support the movement, keep doing that. Keep communicating with different people, because sometimes when you shut people out, which is something that I have to work on, it might not always be the best for you. You might need to talk about your feelings and get things out like that, so that way you can handle whatever you need to handle and move on. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know this might not get a lot of views, which is fine, because people don't know me, and people might look at the title, whatever I decide to title it, and be like, well, I don't really know her, so I don't really care. But if you watch this, I'm doing better, I'm doing good. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Oh, I forgot to say, happy Juneteenth, everyone. Today is Juneteenth, so happy Juneteenth. I hope everyone's having a good Juneteenth, basically, like a good celebration of how far we come. It's not over yet, and we're not even fully as free as we think we are, according to the 13th Amendment, but hopefully we can fix that soon. If not soon, later. But as long as it happens, that'll be great. So have a great week, a great weekend, and always love. Later.